We are in the dying embers of the show, and the General Secretary of the NDC, Johnson Asiedun Ketia, is with me in the studio. So let's move on to some other issues briefly, and then we can wrap up for tonight.
Okay.
So briefly, we'll talk about the election petition. There were a number of issues that came up, I'm sure, after that. But first, I would want to find out your view about the entire process at the Supreme Court.
The entire process, in my view, represents a mistrial. The ends of justice has not been served at all, and the country is the loser. You see, one of the challenges we have been battling with is the potential of violence during elections. And anytime we are approaching elections, you see civil society organizations, faith-based organizations, prominent pastors, chiefs, practically everybody coming around to be appealing. Let's do peace work, let's do peace squatting, peace this, peace that, peace that. But you see, if you don't tackle the problem at its source, those peace work, peace this, peace that, will not solve the problem. And the way we are going, we are sitting on a time bomb.
Are we?
Because, do you know why violence comes about? Society is organized in such a way that there are laws, so that we all agree that our conduct will be regulated by law. And when anybody offends the law, there is somebody who will decide that, no, this conduct is offensive, this one is not offensive. Okay. So the work of that person who is the referee is very, very critical. Whether that society will break down or continue to be law-abiding depends on the criminal justice system in the country. So when you go to any country where there is a resort to instant justice, it should tell you that the criminal justice system is not working.
Well, when are you going Unfortunately, we have to rush this.
Okay.
When are you going to publish your collated results? Because we're told that you have it. Don't you think that doing that will help plan ahead and spearhead structural and practical solutions for the
publish them for the consumption of who?
Because that's what we're told. You said you had
I'm saying that.
So now
asking me why we are going to publish. I'm saying publish it for the consumption
of education. Know that this is exactly
why should you be interested in our results?
Why shouldn't we? You
are not interested in what was happening.
You are in court.
The person who organized the elections had and declared results about 6 times. Somebody says he should not face the nation and account for his actions, and you all were quiet. And the person issued a threat that anybody who will discuss the outcome of this will be sanctioned. And you are all quiet. You are still quiet today.
We're talking about it, aren't we? How are we quiet? We're talking.
You have invited me to talk about it. On your own, have you talked about it? So, so my point is, there is no magic to ensure peace during elections.
Well, what mathematics?
What you have to do before to ensure.
Supporters are asking you to put it out because they want to know what exactly you had. For which reason you went to court?
Who are our supporters?
Which of our supporters? They call themselves the cadres or so. They went on. They give you 14-day ultimatum for that to happen.
So it has expired. So what has happened? I am saying that. Listen. Why should a group of Ghanaians, busybodies, organize and take platform? Because they don't belong to our party. They don't belong to our party. Why should some busybodies organize and then go and stand somewhere insulting Mahama, insulting everybody and say that, and then we will feel bound by what they are saying? Okay. They don't belong to our party. I'm saying that they don't belong to our party.
Okay.
You understand?
As a star,
so they cannot determine what we should be doing.
Okay.
And I'm saying that, look, that trial was a mistrial.
A mistrial.
When they asked, when I was being confronted with some statements I have made, my lawyer said that by parity of reasoning, we also have tapes to confront the other side with. And the court agreed. What happened? What happened?
Has the NDC...
I say what happened? That's why I'm saying that it's a mistrial. There were statements by the other side, by the commissioner, the chairperson of the commission herself, by McMahon representing the president herself, and so on. In Akan, we said that you don't tie one tuber of yam. What they did in court was trying to tie one tuber of yam. It doesn't need any tying. So, my view...
Who was tying one tuber of yam?
The Supreme Court was trying to tie one tuber of yam, because you need time when there are more than one tubers.
It doesn't look like the NDC has moved on, or...
No. I'm saying that...
Issue.
I'm saying that you can't move on.
Okay.
The reason why you can't move on is that you know that the repercussions of what is happening now will come to face us.
Are there any other things that you're hoping to do when it comes to this? Because when we heard Mr. Mahama speak that day, lawyers will come
the whole nation
and tell us
walk,
exactly what
the whole nation will walk into the problem in 4 years' time. The whole nation will walk into the problem, and we will feel vindicated. Because you see, when post-election adjudication is very, very important to prevent electoral violence.
Okay.
You understand? Because you see, it's a contest. People would exercise patience and not resort to their own designs when they see that things are going wrong, because they have confidence that even after the process, if they don't stop it after the process, there's somebody who help them to do the corrections. If they have been cheated, there's somebody who will correct it. But if we are walking into a situation where whoever wins by whatever means remains, then we are preparing the grounds for a violent election in future. Because those who feel that they are being cheated will not stay and allow the cheating to happen. They will resort to whatever means to ensure that the cheating doesn't happen. If we are going to live in a system where electoral commission, once they announce anything, even if they decide to change it several times, that remains final. Then who will sit there for electoral commission to announce?
Okay, we're wrapping up. Finally, I asked you earlier.
We are working in dangerous waters.
Do you think that Mr. Mahama should still put himself up as flag bearer? There were some conspiracies that you are going to be a vice a running mate to one of the candidates and all. Do you think that...
Some people are just joking. Some people are just joking. You know, I don't want to mention names, but I have serious problem with whatever analysis Adom Okyere has been making on his show. He cuts across as somebody who has been hired by somebody to just create mischief in NDC. And that is what we see there. Okay. Who gave him the authority to be doing the parents? Okay. And mentioning people. And then, you know, Mahama had a running mate. Okay. Has Mahama come to tell you that in case he wins, he wants to change the running mate? Okay. Who is Adom Okyere? Who is Adom Okyere to be dictating who will stand where and who will be the running mate? Have you ever heard that in NDC when we are going for any contest? The flag by possible candidates choose their running mate even before going into the contest. At least you have an idea. They don't do it. Okay. So I'm saying I want to talk. I want to talk. Next election. I want to communicate clearly to NDC followers that they should ignore all the analysis that Adom Okyere is doing. It is born out of some mischief, and they shouldn't follow it. Okay, we'll leave it here. Will you still be the General Secretary of the NDC?